Good,
Yeah, it
but
all
give me
worked
just
out.
a minute. I'm so sorry. Usually we do this on the computer, and it's a little different on the phone.
Yeah, I'm in my chair.
Okay.
Been a rough day.
All right. Sorry, sweetheart.
Oh,
I was scared it was going to touch buttons. That's why I didn't.
huh?
I was scared it was going to touch
You just want me to
buttons.
hold? I just hold the phone.
Why? Is it going to bother you?
What's cracking like that between the ribs? Jonathan Amy Morris.
Let me get the iPad, the famous iPad that Jonathan had.
Yeah, bring in the famous iPad.
Ah. Okay.
Just,
All right.
what's cracking like that? Here we go between the ribs. Got a couple things going on today. Thank y'all for joining in.
What do you want, baby?
I want to rotate around. People can see you
I'm going to come over there.
and see everybody.
There's no way you can't get it to rotate around for some reason.
Yeah.
But that's okay. People come
Yeah.
see you.
Hey, oh, they come see me. Woo! Hey, thank you for joining in. Well, the first thing we want to get out the gate is there's a professor from Yale, and there's a lot of stuff on TV right now, and CNN, MSNBC, and they're actually telling people to boycott their families and to avoid their families for the holidays. We talked about this Tuesday a little bit on Shannon's show, but we wanted to follow up. And I really want you to please log in, hit the subscribe button, like button, but comment and let us know if this is something that's affecting you or is just not a reality. We've already talked to several people, and we kind of know that there are a lot of people who are dealing with this in their lives, in their family, in their workplaces, in their circles, where one, people just assume how you vote because of how you live, and then two, they want to try to hold it against you and use it as punishment when, and this is kind of like the topic of the conversation I guess Amy and I are trying to have. So when prior to the election, the Democrats and the left and the liberal and the media were all lying to everybody about how the race was so close and Kamala was going to win. The stats are out now, the numbers are out now that it was never close. And they knew 3 weeks ago, a month ago, that Kamala did not have a chance. And yet they flamed the fuel, or they flamed the fire, so to speak.
Flame the fire.
They flamed the fire to keep hate going and keep people stirred up, give us all a false sense of hope to the people that were voting for Kamala instead of just doing the right thing. So how do you feel about the fact that now, see, okay, so before the election, it was supposed to be, we got to put this behind us. We got to turn the page. We got to move on. We got to move forward as Americans. We got to get better. We got to get healthier. We got to get nicer. We got to stop the hate. We all got to come together, right?
Right.
But now that Trump won, they don't want to do that. They want to fight. They want to continue to fight. They want to start their shadow governments, their shadow cabinets, everything that they would hate the Republicans to do if we were doing that. But then they have a call for, and this was on The View, this was on CNN, this was on MSNBC. So it's not like it was just like one little post on Facebook or something. They have a call telling people that just because they're your family, you don't have to be around them. Your time is valuable. You're just as important as and you are important. Everybody is important.
Right.
But when they want to undermine the family, hello guys, and they want to undermine the family, jump in here. How do y'all feel about this? I'm glad y'all both come in. Pop on in here, please. We're having a conversation about when your family is affected by the way you vote. And always in the history of our country, it's, family comes first. God, family, country, right? But now they're telling people who lost, and we've dealt with this in our family, we've already talked about this openly, so it's not a secret anymore. How do y'all feel about when mainstream media is pushing people to say, don't go to Thanksgiving, don't go to Christmas. Your family voted for Trump, they don't deserve your time anymore. I'll let you go first, Alina.
Oh, well, respectfully, I think that's super stupid.
Right?
Just because we're all different people, we all feel differently, we all think differently, we all act differently. Literally every single one of us. Me and my mother look exactly alike, but we are two different people.
Yes, we
Yes,
are.
that is.
And we're all allowed to have our own opinions, we're all allowed to have our own thoughts, we're all allowed to speak on them. That's literally
That's
the
right.
gift God gave us.
Yes.
If you don't agree with what I say, that's totally fine, totally valid. If you don't agree with what I say, I hope you feel the same way. And we can move on and talk about something else that we enjoy together, find the things we have in common.
Yeah.
Right. Politics should not dictate the entire family visits. Forget Thanksgiving and
Yes.
Christmas. just, hey, we're getting together as a family, we're gonna have lunch, we're gonna have a phone call. Does it matter? Like, what's going on in your, we'll just use, and I'm not picking on Desana, but we'll use Desana for instance. You calling Desana to ask about the twins that were just born. Does Desana say, whoa, Alina, hold on, before I tell you about the twins, I need to know who you voted for?
Ooh.
Right, exactly. Literally.
I mean, absolutely
And
not,
it's
right?
like when you were voting, whoever you may be out there, were you thinking about me? Were you thinking about your brother? Were you thinking about your mom? No, no one was thinking about anybody else except how they feel based on your morals, based on your aspects and views of life. That's what made you vote. You didn't vote thinking about your neighbor next door and what his thoughts are and, oh, he voted for Trump, maybe I should have done that. Or, oh, my other neighbor voted for Kamala, maybe I should vote for her. And we're not thinking about nobody but ourselves, and you guys know that too.
Well,
Whoever voted and is saying, I can't be friends or family members with these people, you don't even know who I voted for unless I told you.
Right. So
Yeah.
how do you feel about this real quick? I want Jesse to chime in a little bit. We have dealt with this in our family, and we all know who it is. We're not going to pick on anybody. Whereas they only want to talk to us and be with us when we kowtow, for lack of a better word, and just agree with them. Like, it's almost like we're not allowed to have our thought.
Right.
We're not allowed to have our beliefs. It's not about we respect each other. It's like, if you don't believe what I believe, then y'all are bigots and ignorant, and we're not coming to your house.
Right.
Is that right? Is that fair? Is that even the definition of family? You can speak freely. Everybody knows. I've already talked about this. I've talked about this on three times already on social
If
media.
you don't want to go to Thanksgiving, you can starve.
I mean,
You
it's-
can make your own
It's
Thanksgiving dinner.
yeah, it's.
I mean, if you feel that deeply about it, I'm not bothered because I know that I'm not bothering you with my vote. And if your person would have won, I wouldn't be sitting here saying you're not my family and you're not my
Right.
friends and I can't deal with you and I can't stand the way you think because we're trying to get more love and peace and whatever all these people who are voting for, sorry, but Kamala are saying that they want, that's not what they're getting because these are the people, and a lot of Trump people too, don't come at me.
Yeah.
A lot of people are very ignorant and they're very, it's like you're saying you want love for the world, but then you're going home and you're writing all these Facebook posts about how you can't stand everybody else in the world. But wasn't it 71% of us voted
Yes.
for Trump? So it can't be, half of y'all really can't be mad
Yeah.
because y'all voted for Trump. You're just not telling nobody.
Like a lot of hey, they want to go back, and this is cool. We'll talk about this later. They want to go back to the old military. Don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah.
When
I mean-
when they secretly voted for a better life, but publicly they're like, "Oh man, if you voted for Trump, you're the devil, and I hate you. And I can't come to Thanksgiving be around your
Sadly,
family."
it has to be that way because even me and my own best friend, we didn't agree on everything, but we're able to talk about it. We're both able to have our own opinions. We're both able to vote for who we want to. And it doesn't matter between us. That is not the base. That's not the foundation of our relationship.
That's wow. You said it. Okay, I'm sorry. That's how to paraphrase the whole talk.
That's good.
When the foundation of your relationship is based on politics, I don't think you have a relationship. Now, you think about it literally. Like, I'm sure there's people out there in the political world, commentary world, that they only deal in politics. But I guarantee you their wife, their children, their mother and father, their family, when they get home, oh, that's beautiful. When they get home, politics does not define their families.
Right.
And one more question, Lily, I know y'all just go home from work.
But
Yes.
why is it defining it now?
It's only because the liberal left is pushing it.
And we're in a
Because
more
we weren't
entitled
supposed to talk about it. I mean, that's something we were even told in the very beginning last time when we had trouble with the child when Trump first came in. We did not talk about politics at Thanksgiving.
Well, we agreed
didn't
with
bring it
Audrina,
up.
and we agreed with Audrina, and we all have agreed understanding.
Yes.
We don't talk about politics around Audrina and Ryan.
Yes.
And that's cool because we don't have to. I like poking fun and making comments and general conversation. You know, we don't smoke cigars in our houses of men, but in the cigar room, if you will, sitting around the dining, outside the dining room when the girls are hanging out.
With some sweet potato
Yes,
chips later.
we're never gonna
Wait.
blatantly disrespect
Yes.
you because I know you believe differently.
Right.
Right.
If I'm getting to know you and we're talking about it, you're gonna know my views, I'm gonna know yours. But if I already know the way you view things, there are just certain things I'm not gonna bring up because I know exactly how you feel about it. I'm not changing anybody's mind and nobody's changing mine.
Right.
Well, let me
There's
ask-
no reason to fight about anything that has to
All
do
right,
with
Jesse,
that.
stay in the picture, son. You
Sorry,
keep
sir.
dodging out.
Like
of it.
if I
tired.
2 minutes, 2 minutes.
If I freaking if we're doing the Grammys and I voted for Bruno Mars, are you gonna hate me because you love Lady Gaga?
What?
I'm just saying.
I understand what
I, you know what I mean?
No, I'm being
it doesn't.
silly.
We don't know Donald Trump and we don't know Kamala Harris.
So
We
here,
have
Just like I
opinions.
don't know what you're doing at home behind
Right,
closed
and
doors.
don't guess what I'm doing.
Exactly.
but I guess here's the question I have. I just thought about this. Let's say that Thanksgiving was normally at JJ and Emma's house. Okay? Would anybody feel threatened? Let's say Kamala won, right? And all the abortion things passed and all the marijuana stuff passed and everything passed. And we were out. And I know people were like, oh, Jonathan, you're big, bad, you're 200 some odd pound man, you're not scared of anything. I am scared of stuff. But would you feel threatened by going to a Democrat's house just because the Democrats won the office?
No.
Be like, Lena, we're going to tie you down and give you an abortion.
Oh gosh.
Right? No, but
That
okay.
is
And then,
hilarious.
Jesse,
Oh my goodness.
Jesse and Alina, I got good news for y'all. The dating pool has just been saved. Because apparently there's a group of women out there, very far left liberals,
Oh, I know this.
shaving their heads, wearing blue bracelets and masks to identify friend from foe.
What does that even mean?
So if
4B
you,
movement.
they want to
The
know
what?
4B movement.
the 4B movement. I call it the bald-headed movement, but they're wanting to identify who voted for Kamala and who voted for the abortion law.
It's none of your business.
Not,
It's quite, and it's not my
nobody's
business who you voted for.
And it's my right
if you're
to
out
vote
there
for
wearing
whoever I
that,
want to.
good for you.
Oh, they're not wearing it. They shaved their head. They're bald.
And
Bald
I
women.
promise nobody but y'all cares.
So Jesse, would you date a bald-headed woman wearing a blue bracelet?
You know, maybe if I got really bored on like a Friday, I might give it a week or so. I kind of would like to see what it is to be in a toxic relationship.
Oh,
It seems like it would be fun for a good month or so. You know, get this
Wow.
fun stuff over, and then
Wow.
there's the toxic part.
Jesse said it would be fun. It would be fun to be in a. I'm bored. I'm gonna go get in a toxic
I'm
relationship.
bald headed
I want
blue
to wake
bracelet
up, talk to
wearing.
the ceiling fan spinning.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's
sweet
awesome.
Jesus!
Did you put that in the oven?
No, I'm doing it right now.
All right, thank you.
Oh, listen, slide on out here real quick.
Well, listen, there are jobs out there. You can get a job. You can get a hobby. There are plenty.
You can
don't
still
have to
go
shave
get an
your
abortion.
head. Don't shave your head.
Right, and
Yeah.
listen.
You don't want to see me bald. I don't want to see you bald.
I
They're
don't think
very
that'd be
off
good.
men, but the men don't even want them. So
Yeah.
Right. So, and listen, we don't believe in a bunch of free range sex in our house, right?
Oh,
You get
wow.
married, you have sex with one. Yeah, you know,
You know, free love the
I thought it was
70s.
free strange.
free range. Well, our thing is like, things happen in life, but we believe in trying to wait till you're married, one man, one woman, all that good stuff. But here's my thing. Wait, here's my thing. You ready? Who wants to breed, for lack of a better word, or procreate with a bald-headed, blue bracelet, mask-wearing woman? Just so I think actually, and I said this the other day. Girls, help me out. Alyssa, you're running now with the dog.
Yeah.
Imagine if everybody was forced to wear labels and signs, right? I remember the Democrats were like, don't label people, don't put signs on people, don't
Right.
judge people.
Don't
But yet they're
judge
labeling
people.
themselves. Imagine if while you're running, you walk by a guy and he's got a sign that says, I'm a serial killer. Right? Like you would know,
I think I saw one today.
run the other way.
Like, which cereal do you kill?
Or imagine this, if you saw a guy wearing a sign that said,
Somebody laughed.
I'm an arsonist, right? Or I'm a baby raper. Like you would be able to identify people. So now we know who not to walk next to. The bald-headed,
The bald-headed guy
where
with I'm a
the
serial
bald-headed
killer.
ladies with the mask and the blue bracelets. And they say we have a cult.
I feel bad for them. I
Well,
feel
here's
bad
here's
for
the thing.
people who are
Now listen, wait, I
so-
need you in on this.
Hold on,
It's
well,
a vote.
it's sad
Wait.
that it got that serious to you. That you
Yes.
had to, one, make a group of you. Two, expect others to follow.
Right.
And
And
how,
then three, you are literally taking yourself out of the community by doing that.
and
Right.
how many of those people are involved in their community government, trying to really make a difference?
And do you actually know what's going on?
And did they maybe even actually vote?
Yeah, did you
I
vote?
just don't.
I think a
understand.
lot of it is following social media influence. I really do.
It is.
I
And
think
social
they-
media does not
people
define
who
our
wanna
world.
break down women and men who want to have a breakdown
Wait, hold on, Alina, I need you to be a part of this real
in
quick.
social media There is something mentally wrong.
Real quick
I
before we lose
understand
the
about
kids.
sharing things.
We're gonna lose the kids before we
All
lose
right,
them. The dating pool is so hard right now. I was talking to my buddy on, I'm not gonna say his name, he's up in Georgia. About, no, everybody stay right here. About how hard it is to date a normal woman now in society. And now we just
You have
added,
1,000 people in there?
we just added in,
No,
we just added in a new psychopath dating cycle. Alyssa,
Yes.
there's bigger problems. I just found out tonight, everybody, that there's a website called Have We Dated the Same Man?
I want to go to this website. It seems pretty
It's on
fun.
Facebook.
It's a Facebook. And,
Have you dated the same man?
and no, listen, I'm not making fun of this.
Trying to get you with the woman?
I'm not making
To
fun of
see
this.
if your man's dating
No,
somebody
see,
else.
your man is big.
There are so many trifling people out in the world right now, and so many shady people that there's actually Facebook posts where women get together and be like, "Hey, do y'all know this dude? Can y'all tell me anything about him? Is he dating me and you at the same time? I heard something about him, blah, blah, blah." We're not going to talk about anybody. We know the guy who's on there. And listen, people can hear you. They can be lips. You can't whisper Mr.
At
G's
that point,
name.
you might as well shave your head.
She
She's
said-
in a mask.
She said cooked cheese.
Oh
She
my
said, what?
She said
So my
cooked
thing
cheese.
is, women, it's bad enough out there. And now you're going to shave your heads and wear masks?
Aren't
I'm
you
here
glad
for
you
you
didn't
women.
grow up in this era? You can't get away with nothing nowadays.
I'm so glad.
Whoa.
I'm so glad. So, guys, what do you think? We're gonna plow through
It's
family. The Morris family vows. What do you think, Alyssa?
I would say it's okay because we're objects now, so that's why.
No.
Women are objects.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Women
Yeah.
and men.
Who's saying that?
All of them. That's why they're shaking their heads and
So
stop,
they're not objects.
stop
They believe they're
going to men.
objects.
Well, now you all look the same, so.
Since Trump's in office now, is that women are objects and we are owned by men.
What?
Half of y'all's daddies probably made y'all feel like you're objects. Not Trump. Leave him alone. You're a grown woman.
Listen, all men have made.
Yeah, has Trump ever come into our house and knocked on the door and be like, "Hey, Alyssa, Lena, I'm gonna take over all your rights. Get on."
Like, I'm sorry.
I lost
Excuse
no
me?
rights.
Is
And-
Trump the only person that y'all have ever heard speak out of character?
Yes.
Like, say something he
Right?
wasn't supposed to? Half of us do that.
I'm sure
Oh,
Kamala
wait,
has
wait,
said
wait,
something out of
also-
character.
also-
I'm ready for
if
the
you
Blue
look-
Ball Girls.
Look at Kamala's stepdaughter. Look at Trump's.
Yes,
Look at Trump's granddaughter.
yes.
Look at them side by side.
Trump's granddaughter spoke eloquently.
She's
didn't
so
she?
beautiful.
Listen.
And look
She
at
is.
Kamala's stepdaughter.
I cannot believe you just said that. What is my motto? My motto in life is there's no bad kids, only bad parents. You look at Tim Walz's son.
Kamila's stepdaughter.
Tim Walz's son is like a he, she, be, thee, them, eight. Kamala Harris's looks like a freak show.
This ain't
Kamala
right.
Harris's daughter looks like a freak show.
What in the-
Aw.
All
Whoa.
right,
What in
I'm
the
sure she's a
world?
one.
Yeah, hey,
Let's
so-
not bring the kids into it.
let's bring the kids into
But
it.
people need to
Look, bring
vote.
it up close. That's which one is that?
I don't know. Alabama.
That's the way. Hey, that's what we voted against. That's what we voted
It
against.
doesn't matter what they look like.
Yeah,
I
okay,
don't.
look,
I'm not
that's
bringing
too
their
far.
kids. I don't.
Ah,
care. I
went
don't
too
care
far.
how
You went too
dress.
far, Jesse.
I don't care
I'm
who
sorry,
you do.
government.
I don't.
We
I
lost
don't care
half
about
our.
that.
We lost everybody. You went too far.
We voted on other things besides abortion. There was a
That
That
million
wasn't abortion.
other
They didn't
things.
abort that one.
Oh, I know.
They gave that
But
one.
women's rights was not the
Oh my
biggest thing.
God.
That's one of the transgenderism and women's rights is what Kamala tried to run on. But there's so many more. We are smarter.
Hey,
than that
Jesse,
as
real quick. I
women.
need your opinion on
We're
this.
smarter
Ooh,
to
is
know.
it about
Okay, I'm not
women
going to lose
girls?
my rights.
So-
I'm not gonna. It just
Right.
they're
No,
making
people-
us look stupid. No,
Say
my
that
God.
again into the camera.
I already did.
They're trying to make women look stupid. They say we're going backwards, but no. You know what? Here's this real quick before we get the take on Jesse. They're talking all this crap about Donald Trump and Republicans and everything, right?
Mhm.
But why is the mainstream media not blasting everywhere that Donald Trump appointed the first woman in the history of
Chief of
America
staff.
to be chief of staff?
She looks like Bulldog
What's the
now.
chief of staff?
That's the highest
looks
position
like-
in the White House.
Yes.
So Donald Trump talks to her and she talks to everybody else.
Mhm.
No,
she runs.
She runs the show. She runs the
She
White
ran
House.
his campaign.
She ran his campaign. So, of course, they're not
And it
going to
seems
talk
like
about that
everyone knows
everywhere
her, but she
because
doesn't like to be in the
they don't want
spotlight.
you to realize that Trump is not a misogynist. He's a normal dude. He's raising daughters and granddaughters, and he has a wife, and he has women that work for him. But they only put out the
And
crap
he
they
was-
want to put out.
he
I
was
need you
one
all
of
to
the-
comment. Let me know what you're thinking.
He is one of the first people who had. He was for like the last time he was in president. I forget the bill he brought in. He made it so so people of races could get scholarships, could
Yes.
where it was fair. Like there was some things that.
But
you
we're also
started that
ending
you have no
DEI
idea.
because of him.
Yeah, not DEI.
And you know what? I actually got
Wait,
a
DUIs?
DEI. I actually got a letter from Trump the other day. He was
Is that
mad at me.
Indian?
He watched my YouTube video and he heard me call Amy my secretary. And he's like, Jonathan, that's inappropriate.
That's hilarious.
He's like, you do not refer to your wife as a secretary.
No, you
She is
don't.
a secretary or an assistant. She is not your
I will
secretary.
be right back because I want to see if there's comments.
Whoa.
that I can't
Oh,
look
I'm
up.
always going to check comments. Jesse, sit down real quick.
Right back.
I think sexutary is absolutely, utterly hilarious, sir.
All right, so listen, plow straight through. Don't let the mainstream media define your family and how your family's going to get together and do holidays. And if your family can't get past this divide that the media has created, then y'all need some family counseling. Y'all need some help. Y'all need to figure it out. But remember, it's God and your family. And then everything else after that. If you don't get your family right, nothing else matters. You can't teach and preach to the world if you can't get your family right. And there's some personal stuff we're going through in our family. Nothing like super aggressive, but just kind of like some feelings are hurt. And I think it's a false sense of fear that's being pushed by the liberal left. Now, I want to get out the gate on this because this came out today. And I brought Jesse in because he'll just say it the way it is. How do you feel about women in combat zones in the military?
I think it's absolutely the best idea we've had since the 21st century.
Really? I wasn't expecting you to take that stance.
Boss man, if they want to be equal, they have to be equal. It's equal. It's fair. It's right.
Well,
it's
yeah,
just.
that's the thing. If you want to be equal, you have to be all the way equal.
Okay, but here's my
point.
okay. Here's my thing then. Here's my question with it. When you're talking about military and you're talking about taking life, you're talking about protecting freedom and protecting our country, and you say, okay, we're going to put just as many women out as we do men, and no disrespect to women, but I challenge every woman that wants to dispute with me. I want to challenge you to the dead man's test. And I will lay, I'm 277 pounds, I weigh today. I will lay out in the field, limp dead, and I need you to drag me to safety at least 100 yards while still carrying your gun in full military
Okay,
gear.
Okay, but you have to remember before you speak, okay, ladies out there, we have lady cops, we have lady
I'm not
EMTs,
disputing that.
we have all that.
And
But
we
you have to
adrenaline.
understand. You have to understand that just now, like it's not you're 18 and all the men go. Now you get to pick. You get to choose if you want to be in that or not.
Right?
So the women who want to choose to be in that, I'm sure,
Well, okay,
I'm more
here-
than sure y'all are ready for this.
Okay, we're back. So here's why I'm bringing this up. I'm going to get out the gate ahead of the news. So Donald Trump appointed Defense Secretary Peter Hegseth. Peter Hegseth is a military man, a lot of experience. He's going to be in charge of a $800 and some odd billion budget, 1.4 million soldiers. He is on record saying that he loves women and he has no problem with women serving in the military. But when it comes to a combat zone, he feels like women weaken our military front. And here's why. And I believe this with all my heart. And I used to tell the kids, if we're ever in danger, get behind me and be still. I can't chase you down and protect you and kill the threat. So just be still so I don't have to worry about you. Men, no matter if they're sleeping with a woman, know the woman, love the woman, there's just something about most men that if a woman's in danger, he is going to not rationally think about an operation. He's going to make sure that woman is protected. Do we agree with that? Is that common, normal, like chivalry? Like, am I way off base? Am I too old-fashioned?
I mean, I would say outside of a war zone.
I love women. I don't think they should be fighting in combat. I just think it's fair. It's equal.
Well, I understand what you're
I
saying, but
think it's just I don't think it's fair that women should not be able to do that because men think that they would be more focused on the woman rather than fighting.
well,
the
that's not
woman.
my only point. That's not my only point. Here's my other point. Okay? Close combat, physical combat. Let's say the guns are down, the tanks are down, the planes are down, and now it's man on man, old-fashioned military, guns drawn, knives drawn, like we're fighting for our lives. Do you feel like if, let's say we were in a unit of, say, 7 guys and 3 women, and we're up against 7 Russian men soldiers, do you think the 3 American women give us a better chance of coming out alive or a lesser chance of coming out alive if it's 7 men, 3 women versus 10 men?
Well, what if there's 3 weak men and 3 super strong women?
Okay, cool.
It
I'm
just
cool. Listen,
depends on your
Wait a minute.
ability.
There are
I
7
just
men, though.
I-
Just 3 women.
wait.
3 of their men.
It's 10 on 10. We have 3 women, 7 men. They have 10 men, and I'm cool with that.
If you can't and I don't like comparing women to men, but
Let's compare soldier to soldier.
because it
Soldiers
depends what
killing
person
soldiers.
you're up against. They could be smaller than you, and like if me and Jesse went on against each other, I would win.
You take him every time.
I'm stronger. I
Shoots
have
at
more
me.
muscle. I'm bigger than him. I could take him out maybe with a little fight. He's pretty strong, but I believe I could take Jesse James right here.
How about me and
Now, if
Melissa
I was
against you and
against
Jesse?
now if I was against my
We
dad,
got this.
he would take me out in 2 seconds. It'd be light work.
But
Right.
you gotta think other countries aren't like us. They're not letting women go and fight their
But
battles.
that's-
They have some strong men on their
But
side.
Right.
that's why it has to be on the woman to decide: can you do this or not? Lots of people
Well,
die
this
in
is
war.
why the media is crucifying, for lack of a better word, Pete Hesketh, because he says that I don't feel like, this is his stance, I don't feel like that women should be put in combat zones because it could weaken the strength of our military, right? And yes, in training, you may be the best person in training, but when we go out against other men that are trying to kill us and kill our way of life, are you able to hold your own? And you don't know that until you're in there.
And the
and then-
same goes for men, though.
No, I get it.
You
Trust me,
don't
I
know
get it.
unless you're in there.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Trust me, I get it.
You have to have
100%.
your own beliefs, your own strengths. Your
So
own
let me ask you
weaknesses.
this. Let me ask you this. If the door got kicked in right now, three armed dudes came in right now, who you running to? Me and mom.
Alyssa.
Who am I running to? I'm running straight at them. I'm going for the feet.
I'm going out the back.
I'm gonna knock them down.
See, all right. So Alina defies the odds.
Can at least
Jesse-
get one of
Jesse's the dude. He's running out the back like a coward. Me and Alina are going toe to toe with the bad guys. So keep the women in combat zones. Is what you're telling me, or does it depend on the women?
them. Keep Alina.
Alina's a different story, man.
Well,
It's
here's okay.
scary.
So this is but here's the thing: the Joe Biden administration under DEI say there has to be a same amount of women or a certain percentage of women out there. They don't leave it up to the strongest, fastest, sharpest, meanest, toughest. It's like there's a percentage that has to be out there, no matter if you like it or not. I mean, look at what happened with that Trump assassination attempt when It's Pat was on there with the Secret Service. And if you're too young to know what It's Pat is, go watch the old Saturday Night Live. She couldn't even holster her weapon. She didn't even know what was going on. And then you had other people doing their job.
Like Helen Keller?
Stop, stop, stop.
Dude, you can't say it on YouTube.
He's not.
They'll
he's
kick
just
me
kidding.
off.
We're fine.
He's joking. You can't see nothing anyway. With his hat pulled down like that. See how I just rolled that joke?
Oh, well, speaking of
That's
combat,
pretty
he's got his hat down so low because I punched him in the head today.
She did. It really felt nice.
It was an accident, but yeah, he got almost knocked out.
Knocked him out?
She beat on me, man.
Yeah?
It
He
hurt.
had a bag on his head. I was trying to punch it off him.
I'm gonna beat you
And his
up.
head was a little bigger than I thought it
She
was.
knew exactly where she was punching.
Yeah, your head with a bag on it.
Mr. Morris, my head is this tall.
Right.
She knows what my head looks like.
Right.
The bag is on my head. She punches my forehead. Literally, there is a cut.
Okay,
going
I
down
don't
where
think
you can
she
see my-
missed. I think she hit you on purpose.
I know, me
I
too.
did not, Jesse.
How was work
I love
today?
you.
You know, I got punched in the head with a bag, and
You know, punch in the head.
you know,
I don't know. I wasn't there.
it was downright great. You know, I love my
Downright
job.
great.
I got.
Hey, so listen. Thank you for everybody watching. We were only going to go about 30 minutes tonight. That was our plan. We weren't going to do a whole hour. I had something else that I wanted to talk about. We talked about the bald movement. We talked about women in combat, and we talked about your family destruction. So this is going to post in a little bit. It'll be on. You can watch it later. I'm going to be checking the comments later on. So please check it out. I wanted to say this to you though. It's my first endorsement. So please, if you have time, if you want to invest and not spend too much of your money, Morris Mafia Gold. That's Morris Mafia Gold. You can buy silver, you can buy gold, you can buy collectibles, you can buy bullions, you can buy bars, you buy any way you want to. If you want to save money, you can join the program, and there are different ways you can join, 3 different ways. I'm not going to bore you with it. Hit me up in the comments if you're serious, but you can get gold and silver shipped straight to your house, or you can get it kept into a vault. You can roll over your IRA, your 401k, anything you want. You're already not the Irish Army, but the IRA you keep. Never mind. He's too young for that.
Wait, the Irish?
So let us know how you feel. We're gonna start doing this every Wednesday night. We're gonna work these half-hour shows. I don't want to bore everybody. I know it's Wednesday night. Get to your family. Mama's fixing to pull some tenderloin out that she roasted with some potatoes. So thank y'all for watching Between the Ribs. Jonathan Morris. Check us out on YouTube. But listen, guys, please share, like, subscribe. All right. We're trying to get more. We're trying to grow this program, and we're growing it with grassroots. We're not doing any funky stuff about buying likes and loves and viewers.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out comments right now.
So we're trying to work out the comment thing. For some reason, it doesn't work when we're on live. We don't know why, but we're going to get it all worked out. So check us out next Wednesday, 7 p.m. If you have anything you want to talk about, let us know, and we'll talk about it. Thanks for watching. We'll hit y'all up next time.
You had a lot of interaction with that one.